yourselves. Okay. Good evening. We continue with our maths revision. Chube, please mute yourself. All right. We continue with our maths revision. We are revising paper 1. Ne? Today, please mute yourself. Yes, thank you. I just want to make sure that this video, we can also upload it on YouTube. Ne? All right. So what do we need? We need the whiteboard, blackboard. Please confirm if you can see. Can use the thumbs up. Can you see the blackboard? All right. So yesterday we did question 1 and question 2. So we are doing question I'm not sure about this. I think this is grade 11. Yours is this one. I was shocked that you guys are doing quadratic. Okay, so we did this one. Okay, let's do this one. Question 7. All right. We have a hyperbola. We have a hyperbola. We have a hyperbola. What about this? We have a hyperbola. With the following characteristics. So a vertical asymptote is at x equals to 0. Ne? So x is equals to 0. Basically, it's a y-axis. It's a y-axis. Then we have a range. Ne? A range. So we know that range is all about the it's all about y. So in this range, we are told that the graph exists between negative infinity up until 3. And then after 3, up until positive infinity. This basically is telling you that you are going to have an asymptote. You are going to have an asymptote at y is equals to positive 3. The x-intercept of h is 2:0. The x-intercept so the graph will touch the x-axis at 2:0. Ne? Determine the equation of h. So you need to be thinking about a hyperbola. So a hyperbola, y over x plus q. The one that we are learning is y over x plus q. So the first thing that you want is q. So q is that asymptote there. Q is equals to what? To 3. Therefore, you can say y equals to a over x plus what? Plus 3. From this, you can substitute the x-intercept. We have the x-intercept at what? At 2:0. And from there, we can determine a. Let's substitute. We are going to have 0, 0 equals to a, and x is what? X is 2 plus 3. Take the 3 to the other side, minus 3, a over 2. And then we can say, first multiply a times 1, a minus 3 times 2, minus 6. Therefore, this means h of x is equals to minus 6 over x plus what? Plus 3. That's your final answer. That's your final answer. Are we still together? Can I please see your reactions? Are we still together? Nolwazi Ntube? Please use your reactions. Thank you, Tube. What's happening, Nolwazi? You guys don't do probability. Okay. Question 5. The graph f of x equals to x squared minus 4 and g of x equals to minus x plus 2. Calculate the coordinates of C. We are told that C and D are y-intercepts of F and G. Let's check C. There is C. You can see that C belongs on that graph. It's y-intercept of what? Of F, right? So once we are familiar with this graph, you can see that here we are going to put 0 squared. This is going to be minus 4. So it means the coordinates of C is 0 is to minus 4. That's the turning point. That's the turning point. 5.2 D. Again with D, you can see D belongs to G. It's a y-intercept again. You are going to put 0. You are left with 2. D is 0 is to 2. Calculate the length of CD. So it's a distance. You don't have to use formulas. You have the origin here. Up to D is 2. Up to C is 4. Don't mind that negative. 2 plus 4. What is CD? 6 units. Or you can use the distance formula then. X2 y1 and then you can say 0 minus 0, 2 minus negative times negative is going to be positive. So that one will give you 36, which is what? Which is a 6 as well. But this is a long method. Calculate the coordinates of B. Let's check B. So B is an x-intercept. B and A are x-intercepts of F. You say x-inter, let y equals to 0. We know y equals to x squared minus 4, 0, x squared minus 4. You open your brackets. Difference of two squares, x and x, 2 and 2, plus or minus. So x is equals to negative 2, x equals to positive 2. And you can see B is on the left. It means B is going to be minus 2 is to 0. On the other hand, if whenever you need A is 2 is to 0. Calculate the coordinates of E, a point of intersection between F and what? And G. You take the two graphs, you equate them. So y equals to x squared minus 4 and y equals to minus x plus 2. So it's going to be x squared, or actually they are given in f and g, right? X squared minus 4 minus x plus 2. This you solve. Let's take x to the other side, becomes positive. 2 to the other side, negative. Negative 4, negative 2. We're going to have minus 6. X and x, 3 and 2. Plus, minus. X equals to 2. This is true because 2, we got 2 at A. We know that this one is at A, and A, the graph of G, meets the graph of what? Of F. So we are not done. We need to calculate. You can use any of the graphs to find y. Y equals to minus 3 squared minus 4. This is 9 minus 4, which is 5. This means the coordinates of B is going to be minus 3 is to positive 5. Is to positive 5. Not B, sorry, E though. It's A, ne? It's not coordinates of B. It's B. Okay. For which values of x? Let's take this document. For which values of x? F of x less than g of x. So look now, this one means below. So you want where the graph of f is below the graph of g. Let's check this part. All this part between the 2 points of intersection between A and E. And we know that E has an x value of minus 3. That one is 2. So between minus 3 and 2, the graph of f is below the graph of g. So how do you write that? You can say x from minus 3 to 2, or between minus 3 and 2. Or you can use x as an element, use round brackets because we don't have equal to. We don't include the 2 points. The second one, which values of x is f of x times g of x greater or equal to 0. So we want to multiply the y values of x, of f and g, such that they give us a positive number greater than 0, greater or equal to 0. It must give us a positive number. So how do we get a positive number? You can get a positive number if you multiply a positive number and a positive number. So positive in this case means above the x-axis, and minus below x-axis. So now think about this. If both graphs are above the x-axis, you can get greater than 0. If both graphs are below the x-axis, because negative times negative is positive. Now, let's go and check. So between B, let's cut there. Let's cut there at the line of B, where x is what? Where x is -2. And we go that side. You can see that both graphs are above the x-axis. Here's the x-axis. Those graphs are above, they are here, both of them. So those, how are the numbers that side? The numbers, they are less than 2. Because both of them, they are positive. If we multiply them, we are going to get a positive number. But we are going to include this point of B because 0 is included. So our answer here is x is less than or equal to -2. -2. From -2, we are going to get 0 times something is going to be 0. But after, everything is going to be positive because both graphs are positive. Final question. Calculate the length of AK. Calculate the length of AK. Length of AK. So you can't see K there. So with K in a look, K and B, they are on the same parallel line. If 2 points are in the same parallel line, it means they are the x value here at B and the x value at K is the same. So xk is going to be equals to xb, which is equals to -2. But K belongs on G. We are going to say G of -2 going to be minus into -2 plus 2. And what do we get? Negative times negative is positive. We are going to get 4. Oh, sorry, that's a y. That means K as the coordinates -2 is to 4. Then after that, we are going to use A, which is 2 is to 0. Then you use distance formula. In this case, we don't have a choice. AK is going to be x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1. Can use letters, is fine. 4 minus 0. I started with y. We start with x. So minus 2, and 4 minus 0. Four minus 0. So that one will give us 4. That one will give us 16. Sorry. That's 4 is 16 plus 16. 16 plus 16, square root 32. That's our answer. Square root 32. All right, ladies, it's fine. We are going to continue Friday, ne? In order to prepare for our paper one on Monday. All right, I'm going to put this video on the group today, not on YouTube.